Good evening, Lukey3262 here from theshavingcadre.com. Tonight I'm going to be doing a first shave with the Supply Single Edge Pro Safety Razor Injector and with the Supply Black Label blades made in Japan. So I just thought I'd start off the shave real quick by thanking Scuttle Soap, Brian, my buddy Brian, from theshavingcadre.com. Fantastic human being. He gave me this wonderful razor as a housewarming gift upon moving into our new house, our first house. Just he's a fantastic dude, and I just wanted to say thank you again, Brian. This is well over and beyond what you should have done, but I accept it. I've always wanted to try out one of these razors. A little bit of history real quick on the injector razor for those that want to know. First off, Schick created the first injector, and Schick actually got started back in 1921. Through the 1920s and 1930s, they continued to change that razor until they eventually adopted an injector design back in somewhere around 1935. Okay, and so from that point on, they had been using an injector type loading mechanism with a magazine. Now, before, they had a magazine as well to put their blades into the razors, but they were loose blades that that they had a special contraption that they used to press those blades into the head. Now, these injector blades, like I said, came out in 1935. Now, there were some changes. They used springs and such to hold the blades in place going forward. They also used levers to release and hold tension on the blades. And then they eventually stayed with more of a spring design as opposed to the lever design. But anyway, the first adjustable razor was not a Schick razor. It was actually the PAL adjustable razor that came out in 1961 or 62. I think it was 1962. And so in 1962, PAL produced that adjustable razor, which kind of put it on the map and really put some pressure on Schick. So then Schick had to do some innovating, and by right around 1964, 1965, they had been producing the Type M, and I think it was the Type M2 type Schick adjustable, which then came out, like I said, somewhere around 1965, 1966, 64, 65, excuse me. Anyway, and so those razors are here. I don't have the original Schick on me, but the Schick adjustable, which is a favorite of mine. I actually really love this razor. And then the PAL adjustable. Now, if you compare the PAL adjustable to the single edge, I mean, you're going to see they're both made out of stainless steel, but obviously the PAL is much thinner, and it's also got a plastic inner workings and a spring system, which it uses. Whereas the Supply Single Edge Pro, I'm not 100% sure how the workings work in it, which I'm sure that I could figure it out if I looked at it long enough. But anyway, so I just thought it was very interesting how Supply came out with this model of razor. The injector style razor has pretty much died. And then they came around and reinvigorated the market. Now, I did, in my research about this razor, discover that there is a adjustable injector razor made by Parker, which basically looks like the PAL and the Schick adjustable kind of made a baby, and they basically look like they just combined these two razor models into one. So basically, it has the Schick head and insides with the stainless steel body. I'm not sure about that. I haven't looked at it. I haven't heard anybody talking about it, but anyway. I thought I'd talk about some obvious differences that, like I mentioned, the weight and heft of this razor is quite interesting. I'm sure it's going to make it pretty efficient. like most heavy razors. I weighed this razor before I put a blade and before I put a sleeve on it, and the weight on this razor is 90 grams. Just for comparison, the PAL, which looks similar, is 52 grams. And the Schick adjustable, which is my go-to if I'm going to be using a safety razor, or rather a injectable safety razor, is 32 grams. So way different. We're talking 60 grams lighter with this razor compared to this. So I'm interested to see how that's going to change the shave. Now, like for a comparable weighted razor, you're looking at, and I don't even have a safety razor that's this heavy because I don't own a ton of safety razors anymore. I used to be big into safety razors. I had owned hundreds at one time, and now I'm just down to probably somewhere around 30 or so. But most of them are vintage. All of them are vintage except for this one, actually. This is the only new razor I own. Now, comparable weight would be the Gillette Big Boy Hybrid Deluxe, which came out in the 1920s. This one, it would weigh very similar to this. It's right at 85 grams. And then to put it in perspective that somebody's probably held in their hand, the Gillette Fat Boy is right at 80 to 81 grams. Not sure how much gunk this old guy's got in it, so it's probably somewhere around 80 grams. So pretty comparable in weight. You're still off by 10 grams. Still, heaviest safety razor I've ever owned. Pretty cool. So that's going to be an interesting shave. All right, so for those that have used an injectable razor, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You slide the key into the lock here, and you press it in, and you slide the blade home. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't know if this comes with anything else inside it, so we're going to find out. Because a lot of these old ones came with like a piece of cardboard, but the new ones, I'm not sure what they have in it. I haven't watched any other videos. So there we go. Nothing in there. So we're just sliding it home. And the loading mechanism, pulled it in there just perfectly. Looks like, yep, just a tiny adjustment with my thumb. Right now I have it set to a 1. I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and take it to middle of the road and take it to a 3, just to see where we're at. I might have to adjust it up, we'll see. I haven't really heard too much and haven't read too much because I didn't want to get myself thrown off with what other people were saying about this. I hadn't heard to see how aggressive it is or not. So we'll see what the 3's like, and then maybe I'll adjust it through the shave. I mean, that's the point, right? All right, and my soap tonight is Martin de Cadre's original. I got it in the La Cannelle version, which is, what is that, 30 grams, 130 grams? Not 100% sure. They wrote it on the bottom. Can't read it anymore. But anyway, so the La Cannelle, very inexpensive way to pick up the Martin de Cadre in the glass jar that you can buy from them. Been using this for several years. It's got several hundred shaves on it. I have no idea how many. I preloaded my brush, which is an Art of Shaving, which I got way back when. An Art of Shaving Silvertip. Preloaded it for somewhere around 50 seconds, something like that. And then my aftershave for today is going to be the Nivea 2-in-1. Pop, pop, pop. Back to you, Rich. And I'm shaving with this because my buddy Finster, Jerry, is using it. Was using it in Las Vegas today, and so wanted to shave with this today. And actually, Jerry gave me this bottle. So here's to you, Jerry. This is like a friendship shave here. You know, I got Jerry and I got Brian, and then I'll be finishing with the Nivea Sensitive Cooling balm, and in between those two, I'll be using the Thayer's Witch Hazel with the cucumber. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my shave started. I'm already 9 minutes deep. I should be able to get this done pretty quick though. Excited to see how this goes. Now I pre-shaved tonight. I did take a shower just a little bit ago. I did run a hot towel on my face for a little bit. So that'll be my pre-shave, and then of course the face lather as well. And I decided to go with Martin Candre for a first shave on this because MDC is tried and true for me. I have tried all the varieties with the exception of the rose, which I need to pick up at some point. And actually, they have I think they have an aqua now, which I saw come out or maybe about a year ago, or maybe more. I just haven't tried it yet. I need to give that a try. I need to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's aqua or something like that. But I never get tired of Martin Candre. It's got that, you know, rosemary lavender scent to it, which is right in my wheelhouse. I love rosemary and lavender both. Now, one of my other favorite scents is lilac. I need to find myself a good lilac shaving soap. Actually, I have lilac bush in the backyard of the new house blooming right now. So might have to scour the interwebs for the best lilac shaving soap and hopefully catch it while my lilac bush is still in bloom. Of course, all you on the interwebs needed to know all that info about me, but enjoy. All right, the Martin Candre is worked up into nice creamy goodness. Another reason I decided to choose this one for the shave, because I know it's got a nice protective, cushiony lather. Just in case I go crazy with the new razor. It's got a lot of cushion. Let's get started. First impressions, very comfortable, smooth. I like the blade. It's nice. You can feel the blade gap on your lower lip a little bit. Not bad or anything. And just as I expected, the weight, I mean, it really does, feels like very efficient. And the little weeper I have there on my Adam's apple is not from this razor. It is definitely from the shave I gave myself yesterday with my George Butler when I decided I wanted to take off that little spot there on my neck. So I gotta tell you, just already, first impressions of the Black Label blade is, yeah, awesome. I've been using vintage Schick blades
the I believe they're the blues. And I've also used the Persona 74s, which are fantastic. I had several packages of Persona 74s, and they last forever, just like the DEs. I love those. I try not to use them very much. But a cheap way to go is to use the Chinese Schicks, the Chicks ingestible or injectors, and they shave just fine. I think they're just a little bit more rough. I'm not as big a fan of them as I am either the vintage blades or these. I mean, just first impressions already. You can tell it's a fantastic, well-made blade. Very efficient first pass. Very nice. You know what? Just for giggles, I'm gonna go ahead and dial it up. I'm enjoying it at 3. 3's fine. Let's just see how 4 feels. Boy howdy, for me, I can feel it. Feels good. Like that aggressiveness. Has a heck of a blade grab, if you can see it there. Gotta tell you guys, pretty darn smooth shave. And I actually like the weight. I was wondering if I was gonna like it or not. It's not negative at all. Pretty comfortable. Wish I hadn't busted my alum block. I'd love to test that out to see what kind of burn I would get off of it. Not really feeling anything. I mean, as far as soreness or anything from the blade. Looks like I have a little cleanup to do, so I'll do one more pass. Why not? A little bit of news from the shavingcadre.com. Some of my other brethren have mentioned it, but they're at the Vegas convention yesterday. The guys announced that they've created a new logo for the site, updated the site look. Looks pretty modern and cool. I like it. Kudos to you guys, and cheers to my friends there. Hope you guys are having fun. Very nice. Can say you can feel the blade at a 4. It feels good, but you can feel it for sure. For anybody that was worried that it would be tame on a high setting. Now for comparison, on my Schick adjustable, I prefer to keep it at about a 7 to 8. And the old PAL, it's only got 5. I like to keep it somewhere around 4-ish. Now, as far as blade angle goes, I'd say you're talking, I mean, there's not much to it. I mean, you lay the thing against your face, and it kind of creates the angle for you. I like it. It's I'd say it's kind of similar. I'd say somewhere between the angle on the Schick adjustable and the PAL. The PAL has a little, slightly just different angle that you have to hold it at. A little bit more. I think it's a little shallower, maybe. I will say these blades are without a doubt sharper than the Schicks. I'd be interested to hear if these are made by Feather or something. I mean, they are sharp.
Alright guys, I'd say that about does it. Awesome first shave with the Supply Pro. I'm going to do a lot more testing with it. Of course, this is by no means a endorsement of the razor itself to start with, and I'm also not going to say, you know, it's just the most amazing razor ever. It's a very nice razor. I want to try it against my other adjustables. I think I'm going to do a couple shave offs with it, and the PAL and then against the Schick adjustable, just to say that we gave it its laps. I think that'd be fun. In fact, I might do side-by-side shaves with all three during a shave. I mean, it gave me a very comfortable BBS today. Can't complain. I did give myself a couple weepers on my upper lip right here. I do that a lot even with straight razor. I mean, I can't fault the blade or the razor on that, nor can I complain about the weeper on my Adam's apple. All right, so we're gonna hit myself with a little bit of Thayer's Cucumber Witch Hazel. All right, and then the Nivea 2-in-1. You gotta shake her on up, get her combined. Thanks again, Jerry. Just the very slightest of tingling. And then finish them with a little dab of the Nivea Sensitive Cooling Balm. Alright guys, I'd say that about does it. Very enjoyable first shave with the Supply Single Edge Pro. Thank you again and again to my buddy Brian, Scuttle Soap. Please check out Scuttle Soap's YouTube channel. He recently created that maybe about a month ago or so. Check him out. Also, please check out my partners in crime, Major Rich, or rather, I think it's Rich Shaves, Major Rich. Sorry, Rich. Fenster. Check out Long Haul Tanker. Handlebarber Dave, Spider Shaves, all sorts of great content being produced by the guys over here at theshavingcadre.com. And please, come join us at the Shaving Cadre. We have a lot of fun on our forum. We're foremost brothers and friends, and then we talk about shaving at the end. So thank you very much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed my video. And I guess I'll shave with you later. Thank you.